Dotter, mate, what I want to do is, before I bring you in, I just want to set the tone of the interview, if that's okay with you, mate. So what I'm looking to get out of this, buddy, is essentially, let me put you on the screen. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Now you brought it up. We got a Rumble account. Go and check it out. We live stream there Monday to Friday, 11 till 3. We play Ren, we play Chinchilla, we play Sam, we play Knox Hill, we play Eminem, we play all sorts, and a lot of country and western as well, because that's amazing. Go check out our Rumble account. Link is in the description. Right, mate, what I want to do with the format of this interview, mate, is get to know you. I want to get to know you a bit. We've had a little bit of fun with your music. It was all banter, mate. There was no hate behind it in any way, shape, or form. So I want to get to know you. I want to get to see who's behind the mask. I want to get to see who's behind the music. I want to get to know your journey. I want to get to know who you are. And we'll go from there, mate. How does that sound to you? Cool, man. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Man, I'm good. It's 6 in the morning here, so I'm good. I'm just waking up.
Nice, man. It's an early one for you then. Whereabouts are you based?
OKC, Oklahoma City.
Oh, cool, man. Cool. And what's it like in Oklahoma these days?
It's hot. It's hot. It's very hot.
What's the temperature?
Yesterday it was 98, but it felt like 104.
104.
Yeah.
I'm just going to figure out what that is in the UK. 40 degrees Celsius. Jesus, that's warm, mate. That's very warm.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how hot it gets in Oklahoma typically every year? Is it this kind of?
Sometimes it gets hotter. We be breaking records around here every year. Last year I feel like it was probably hotter than this, but I be in the house, so I ain't trying to be out blow up because of the heat.
Yeah, fair play, man. Fair play, mate. Mate, tell me a little bit about yourself. Kind of, obviously, I know you're into music, but outside of music, we'll come back to the whole music thing a bit later if you don't mind. Kind of like, tell me a little bit about your background. How old are you? Kind of, what's your family dynamic? What's your friendship circles? Who molds Dotter?
Oh well, first with the age thing, I'm 30.
Nice.
I mean, my family dynamic and stuff is pretty much normal. Mom and dad stuff, you know what I'm saying? Raised with them. Cousins is like my sisters and brothers type thing. Like it's pretty typical as far as that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have like anything that like jumps out that somebody be like, oh, that's interesting. But it's just typical stuff, you know, typical family life.
Nice, man. What do you do for a living?
Music.
Oh, full time.
I do a lot of writing for other people.
Oh, fantastic. Anyone I might have heard of?
I've written on a song for Tech Nine. Actually, I have an artist friend who has a song. He's featured on a Tech Nine song, and I had to write his verse for him. And
so you wrote your friend's verse?
Yeah,
cool,
he featured on the Tech Nine track. I don't want to give his name away. That kind of mess up my clientele. But
that's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. So, so how old were you when you got into music? What was the and what got you into music?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you how young I was. My brother does music, and he's done music my entire life. He was signed to Priority Records, like in the early '90s, when like Ice Cube then was on the label.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen the Street Fighter movie, the one from the '90s with Jean-Claude Van Damme in it.
Of course.
Yeah, my brother has a song on that soundtrack, that movie soundtrack.
Oh, mate, awesome. What's it called?
The song is called "It's a Street Fight."
His group
is called BUMS, Brothers Under Madness.
BUMS. Got it. Oh, cool, man. We'll have a little listen to that in a minute if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Cool, dude. So, so family life. You mentioned a relatively normal family life. Do you have kids? Have you got a partner?
Oh yeah, no, I got kids. Yeah, I got 5 hard-headed awesome. Kids.
Oh, nice, man. What are their names?
Classic, Rhapsody, Braylon, Brielle, and King.
And King, awesome. So and so if you don't mind me asking, what's your real name? What's King Dotter? I assume is your stage name.
If I tell you, y'all gotta try not to make the obvious jokes. My real name is Will Smith.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play, mate. Fair play. I can see why you changed it. That could have been a bit distracting.
Yeah.
So is it Will? Is it William?
It's Will.
Oh, cool, man. Cool. So, what kind of effect has that had on your upbringing, if you don't mind me asking? That must have, you've obviously heard all the jokes and all the correlations, but how has that shaped and molded you?
I mean, it just, well, at first I used to just lie when I was a kid and say I was related to the real Will Smith.
Sure, of course.
But other than that, it just bred a lot of nicknames, a lot of Will Smith jokes. The movie Free Willy, I had to hear that a lot.
But the perks as well, right? Big Willie, that helped.
Yeah, I got those a couple times. I don't know if you've seen the movie Friday After Next.
No, I haven't.
There was a scene where she was like, "I heard they call you Sweet Dick Willie," and I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot too because of that. So yeah,
cool, man. That's nice. So let's talk about a little bit more family life, if you don't mind. So 5 kids, that must take up an enormous amount of time and energy. What have you learned? How old are they, if you don't mind me asking?
The youngest one is 2. The second oldest is 4. King is 6, and Bray and Bree are 9 and 10.
Oh, nice, man. So 9, 10 down to 2.
Yeah.
Wow, that must be interesting, mate. That must be interesting. Yeah. So talk me through the challenges of being a dad with 5 kids under 10.
Just their different personalities clashing. All of them. The 2-year-old gaining her personality and showing hers. She, you know what I'm saying, becoming who she gonna be is funny. Watching them, it's just funny. Like, it's way more funnier than like stressful, I would say. Like, they're hilarious. The kids is crazy.
Nice, man. Are they into music as well, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. What's is it? Did you say King is 6? What kind of music's he exploring at the moment?
He listens to a lot of the type of stuff his mama listens to. Like, she listens to a lot of like ratchet music and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I be wishing, you know what I'm saying, that I could have more control over like listening to like some Nas and stuff like that. But
that'll come.
That'll come. Yeah, they don't really care too much about that. My daughter says that the music I grew up listening to was worse, because we have naked women in our videos. So it's like,
that's what makes it the best.
That's what makes it better.
I have a button on my soundboard, boobies, which is every music video we watch. Whenever there's a sexy little lady in there, you get a little booby button.
That's funny. Yeah.
So, mate, let's talk a bit about music now. Actually, no, forgive me. Let me stay on the family topic. You mentioned your partner. Was it wife or girlfriend?
Baby mama, we'll say that.
Baby mama. Tell me about how the dynamic there, if you don't mind me asking. How did you guys meet?
We met like years ago, maybe like 10,
about 11 years
ago, something like that. Yeah, we met a long time ago, and we just kind of fell off from each other, and then we met again like maybe 6 years ago and just linked back up. And
nice.
Yeah, we just been trying to make it work since.
Cool, man. Cool, nice. Let's talk music, mate. Let's talk who's molded King Dotter? Who are your idols? Give me some names.
Well, other than my brother, because I wouldn't even really know what rap was if it wasn't for him. So other than my brother, my teacher, I always call my teacher Royce the 5'9", that's Sensei. Royce, Nas, Jay, 50, Kanye, Game. I don't like giving the cliche lists. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it
cliche
is.
For a reason, right?
Mm-hmm. They stake their claim in the game, so I gotta give them their props. Other than that, I'm from the South, so we listen to a lot of like Gucci Mane, Lil Boosie, Mo 3, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff like that. A lot of stuff that a lot of people probably outside of the South really aren't too up on. There's a lot of stuff we listen to. Like where I'm from, they put Lil Boosie over Jay-Z. Like I hear that, I have that argument every day out here.
Where do you put it?
Yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Now you brought it up. We got a Rumble account. Go and check it out. We live stream there Monday to Friday, 11 till 3. We play Ren. We play Chinchilla. We play Sam. We play Knox Hill. We play Eminem. We play all sorts. And a lot of country and western as well, because that's amazing. Go check out our Rumble account. Link is in the description.
I think Jay-Z, I listen to Jay-Z more. The music I make, I feel like is closer to the vein of a Boosie is cool. It's just I don't really make a lot of ignorant music. Like a lot of my music has a point to it. So I like the soulful stuff, the Jay-Z soulful type shit. That's the type of shit I fuck with.
And what's when you say that's the point of it? What are you trying to get to there? What is the point of your music? What's your message?
Well, it depends on the song. Like I really just do what the beats say do, but I never, like, I know that there's artists that be like, oh, I need to make a club song or I need to make a radio song. Like, I've never had that mindset. I literally, like, whatever the production and the beat tells me to do is what I do.
So you listening to the music.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So would you say that's your creative process? Do you produce the track or someone produces it for you and then you just listen and flow?
Well, mostly I'll have a sample or something that I like, and I'll send it to one of my producers, my homie Scoot or my homeboy Sunny Lane or KT. I send them beats, and they usually send me back something like relatively quick, within 24 hours. They'll send me a flip sample or something, and then I'll already have an idea once I send the sample. It's just how they execute the beat that now determines the direction of the song.
So for you, the beat determines the emotion as well, or just the flow?
Both.
Both. Nice. So the emotion of the music is also, you mirror the emotion in the lyrics there.
Yes, sir.
Nice, man. And you said you've been doing music for a long time. Kind of, do you have an album out? Like, when was your first album, or your mixtape, or your LP? What was the first thing you produced?
My first project it was a mixtape called No Whack Shit. I put it on Dat Piff, but Dat Piff just recently got taken down. I think 2 months ago. So that project isn't online. I got to re-upload that to like YouTube or something. But my first album is called Brevity. It's on all streaming platforms. I dropped that in like 2014.
Okay.
And then about a year later, I dropped another project called While You Were Sleeping. I couldn't get the sample clearances for a lot of those records, so the whole album never came out. So I just been sitting on that one. And my album Artwork dropped last year. I got an album called Euphoria that came out in 2018. I have a lot of music online. I have a lot of whole projects.
So let's. I appreciate you answering, man. Thank you. I feel like I know you a lot better than we previously did. So let's talk Ren. Let's talk Knox Hill. So talk me through from your perspective. I'm not too bothered about the he said she said stuff, but from your perspective, what made you create the diss track for Knox? What was it that triggered it?
Well, when I heard the kill shot, his freestyle that he did, I was just scrolling on YouTube and I seen a reactor that I know, Chill Rock. I seen him reacting to it and I was like, oh, I seen it had kill shot in the title, and me being a artist, the first thing in my head was a rapper isn't going to use kill shot unless he's dissing somebody. That was my first mindset. So I listened to it, and it just so happened he got to the Baba Yaga area, and then he got to the Alada Gata area, and not just me. It was like 3 or 4 other reactors who heard it and immediately thought he was talking about me. Right. So, and it was weird because it was like right after he had blocked me on Twitter for challenging him to a battle. So I was like, oh, that's weird. And there's a YouTube channel named Michelle Show, and they kind of have coined me as the boogeyman.
Okay.
And so it was weird that he used my name. He said Baba Yaga. He said the Dada part. He said the the behind kennel bars, like he was taking up for others that I have sent shots at. So it was just too much of a coincidence. It just felt like it was way too much of a coincidence. The blocking, the boogeyman, the actual saying Dada in the like it was too. So I just covered my bases and just did what an MC would do.
Educate me, mate. So the Bubba lyric, I'm not familiar with the lyrics. I've only listened to it a couple of times. Could you just break that down? What's the connection between that bar and yourself?
Well, the Baba Yaga, I don't know if you've seen John Wick, but
Yes.
that's what they call the boogeyman in Russian.
Oh, I see. So you feel that was connected to you because of the Michelle show? Got it. And then in combination. No. So go, mate. Carry on.
Oh, I was saying, and it just sounded like it was just too much of a coincidence. So I was just like, yo, I mean, I'm not afraid to take the first shot. So if it's gonna be a competition, somebody has to score the first point.
Interesting. Okay, so that led then to the mindset. I think he's talking about me. I'm going to make a diss response type thing. You felt like he was shooting you out in that bar.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So talk me through the diss track itself. So you've taken that as an offense. You've sat down to write it. What made you go to the Eminem track as the back?
But I used the patiently waiting being one because I've never rapped on an Eminem beat or an Eminem produced beat. Like I've never done it before.
Okay.
And he used Kill Shot. And I remember like one of my earliest memories of like really, really loving a beat, it was the patiently waiting beat. When the bootleg, I don't remember how old I was when the bootleg of Get Rich or Die Trying had hit in my city, but the version, I'll never forget, the version of Patiently Waiting that was on the bootleg, it was literally a loop. Like it didn't have Eminem's verse on there or anything. Like I didn't even, like it was like about a year later that I knew that Eminem was even on that song. And just that beat and the loop of it, like just stuck in my head. Like I still think of the bootleg version of it. And I was like, yeah, it's just fitting. Like I like how menacing that beat is. I've always liked how menacing that beat is.
Agreed, mate. It's one of my favorite Eminem's collab songs. To be honest, I thought 50s Bar was fantastic, and then Eminem comes out and just destroys the track, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Are you into Eminem then? Because when you were listing your influences, you didn't mention him, but you've used an Eminem. Beat.
Oh yeah, no, I see. I should have definitely mentioned Eminem. Eminem is in my personal top 3.
Interesting.
Like I should have. And like Eminem is. I probably know more about any rapper about Eminem than any other rapper, honestly. I listen to Infinite type Eminem. Like D12 is my favorite rapper of all time. I know that. I know you probably never heard anybody say that.
So literally, you broke up a bit. What did you say?
I said D12 is my favorite rapper of all time. So that's, you know what I'm saying? And I know probably a lot of people don't say that, but like that's how big the Eminem influence is.
Mate, I agree with you. I think D12, in fact, the variety in different styles, but yet the camaraderie of the group, it was fantastic. It's a shame they stopped so early because I think there's so much more they could have done, but obviously with Pruth passing, it was probably the right thing to do.
Yeah, agreed.
So, mate, have you? I get the impression you're in the culture fully in terms of the rap culture. You live and breathe it, so to speak. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Mate, tell me about the challenges you face on the day-to-day in the rap culture, in the rap scene. I mean, it must be, we've all seen the music videos, we've seen the documentaries, we've seen the interviews. It's a hard life, right, mate? So tell me more about that if you don't mind. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Now you brought it up. We got a Rumble account. Go and check it out. We live stream there Monday to Friday, 11 till 3. We play Ren. We play Chinchilla. We play Sam. We play Knox Hill. We play Eminem. We play all sorts. And a lot of country and western as well, because that's amazing. Go check out our Rumble account. Link is in the description.
Well, on the music side of it, as far as like where I'm at, it's hard here. It's real hard here because I essentially say we have a music culture, but we don't have a hip hop culture, but we don't have a hip hop market. where I'm from, like the most popular music here is country music. Like everything is, even our amusement park is like country music themed. Like everything about it. Like so we have concerts in the what is it called now? The Paycom Center. We have is usually country music acts. So the hardest part is we basically have to push outside of where I'm at because the market here doesn't really understand hip hop. I mean, like, of course, like it's like the hoods and stuff out here. Like, of course, it's hip hop, but as far as like it being one of the more predominant, it's not.
Has that ever led you to think that maybe collaborating with some country as well, do a DAX type merge where you could do you feel you could express yourself on a country beat?
See, it's funny you said that because I never thought about it. Well, I have a friend. He raps. He told me that I should do something like that out here. But yesterday I had just seen that Haitian rapper I was talking about. He just did a feature on a country song recently, and it sounded good. And I was like, I wonder if I could do something like that. Like I ain't never thought to do that, but yeah, I think I could. I could definitely dabble, as they say.
Mate, I think you could as well. I just want to touch on my video response because I think the message in general was overly very positive. We had a bit of fun, and I know I laughed a little bit, and I might have taken a few punches at your ego. But on retrospect and coming from your angle, which I wasn't aware of, it does change the whole premise of my video. So I'll follow up and do another video, mate, because I'm enjoying talking to you, and I can see there's a whole new side, whole different side to you that you don't express online. Can I ask why you don't show this version of you? Because, mate, you're humble, you're mature, you're articulate, and I don't want to keep sucking your dick, but there's a lot of great qualities I can see here, man. And the mask that you wear online seems to be very, very different. Can we talk about that?
Well, I mean, when it comes to I like to look at I love the competition part of hip hop, but I also look at it like I don't know if you watch pro wrestling, like the theatrics of it. There's a heel and there's a baby face, and I'm a heel. I keep I don't know if people are familiar with the word, but I do kayfabe. I'm not gonna what I'm saying, switch up the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in challenge mode, I'm in challenge mode. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And I'll be expecting people to at least meet me halfway if they got that energy. You know what I'm saying? Instead of that type of a rapper or MC.
So would you say that your ego essentially is your artist?
Yeah. Nice, I don't even shy away from my ego.
Nice, man.
At all. Because I feel like I'm dope enough to have it.
Oh, use it to your advantage rather than your disadvantage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, mate. I love that. So where are you headed with your music career? What's next in your immediate horizon? I mentioned someone in my comments, I think it was Ginge, forgive me if it wasn't, but she mentioned that you said you were doing a diss track soon or today. What's the next thing you're working on?
Yeah, I'm going to record my diss track to Ren today, actually, in like the next 5 to 6 hours.
Brother, really? Is that what you're doing? You going for it? Cool, man. Talk me through it if you don't mind. Talk me through kind of where are you headed with the diss? What part of Ren are you gonna focus on?
Well, it's just gonna be it's gonna be bar for bar stuff. Like it's just gonna be hip hop. I'm not gonna do like personals and you know what I'm saying. Like it's because here's the thing with Ren, and I gotta say because our interaction started because I had a criticism on a reaction video somebody did of his, and his response, because even if I personally am not like the biggest Ren music fan of I like his music or not, I can honestly say that man gained respect because he wasn't afraid to step up. Like him, we can say arguably right now, Ren is probably the hottest thing like on YouTube in general right now. Like so when I take shots at like Crip the rapper, Crip knows who I am. Like he's reacted to one of my songs. He's, you know what I'm saying. He said I was dope and all that. But Crip, Knox, like a couple people, 6 seconds rappers like that. Like I've called them out and they acted scared. And see, here's my thing. I don't just diss rappers. Like I look at it like with Knox Hill, for instance. A rapper like Knox Hill, a lot of his content and a lot of his, you know what I'm saying, lyrical direction is based on him saying how he is this good of a rapper and these other rappers aren't as good as a rapper as he is. And in my opinion, that makes you a target. Like you're opening up for a challenge. Like I'm never gonna get on a record and say I'm the best, I'm better, they can't fuck with me if I'm not willing to prove that if the situation calls for it. So when they do that, I just look at it like it's somebody out playing basketball. And I'm like, okay, well, check out. Like you say that you're the best out here on the court too. All right, well, it's cool. And I mean, you have all the right to say, nah, I'm gonna play right now, I'm cool, but I'm just gonna look at it like, so why are you saying that? Why are you out here saying that you are this good if you're not, you know what I'm saying, ready to prove that? So with that, when it comes to that, I'm just trying to bring back the competitive side of it. Like everybody is holding hands. It's all kumbaya right now. And I'm like, hip hop has always had that fire under its ass. Like when I was listening to listening to the old Shady Record stuff, a lot of that was fueled by competition.
Yeah, man.
And like if you talk like the interviews with like the Tony Ayos and stuff, the way they talk is like they knew it wasn't ever gonna go further than the records. No matter how much they was talking, like how much shooting up shit, fucking shit they was talking, they knew how far it was gonna go. And you know, I just miss where hip hop, where people weren't afraid. It's a contact sport. That's when I salute to my homie Wacko. That's how he says it. He says hip hop is a contact sport. And I feel like you can't be on the field if you're willing to take a hit or two.
Mate, I like that perspective. I really like that perspective. The one of my favourite parts of I'm a huge Eminem fan, mate. A huge Eminem fan, and so when you said you were a big fan yourself, I was like, fantastic. We got a common ground. That's good. That's great. One of my favourite parts of Eminem's journey was the whole the diss track side of things with Ja Rule and with Benzino, etc., etc. My Zoom is saying we've got 10 minutes left. I've got the free version. So I really enjoyed that, mate, and I obviously enjoyed it from Eminem's perspective because I was in his side of the things, if that makes sense, as a fan. So I never acknowledged then, because I was very young, what it would be like if you were in the Ja Rule camp, what hearing that must have felt like and the emotions that it would have brought out, particularly online and whatnot. So this time round it's interesting because when you were talking about Knox and Ren, from this perspective, I was like, hold on a minute. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, right? And now I'm having the opportunity to talk to you and I can see your perspective. I can actually kind of see what you're saying, mate, right? Because Knox does talk a big game, mate, and I think he's fantastic. I think lyrically, I think from a complexity perspective, from a cadence perspective, his cadence is off the fucking wall, mate. It's Eminem level. So when I use Knox and Eminem in that sentence, it's because from a cadence perspective, Knox has got it. Are you familiar with Ian Taylor?
I've heard that name before,
mate. He's another one which is all about the cadence, the speed, the enunciation. It's all about that. And Eminem is obviously famous for it. So I'm really glad we've had the opportunity to get your perspective, mate. I think it's shone a whole different light on it, mate. And I really respect your time and your energy today. I've got a comment here from Heath, one of my members, and he's asked, "Can you ask Doctor what he believes is the artists? What he believes the artists are missing?" I can't read today. Why he thinks the artists are missing the mark in hip hop today.
Have you been over to our Twitter account yet? Haven't you? Well, you should go and check it out. Dan Wheeler. Go and check it out. The Dan Wheeler Show _. No, it's not. Dan Wheeler _ No, fuck. Dan Wheeler Show _ Dan Wheeler Show _ Go and check out the Twitter. Oh, fuck. I think that's it. Should I use that? Yeah, keep it real, right?
People, I think it's the lack of aggression. I think it's the lack of people willing to test their pen. Like, it's only so long you can shadow box. You know what I'm saying? When you on your song and you just rapping about how good you are, and I mean that's cool, but you just essentially shadow box. You know what I'm saying? And it's only so long you can do that until you gotta hit something that can hit you back. So I feel like a lot of people gotta dust off their, you know what I'm saying, their microphones, for lack of a better term. They gotta dust off their microphones, dust off their pens, not be afraid to either win or take a loss, be perceived as a loss. Like, you just gotta be able to be willing to rap. I need people to not be afraid to rap. Like, let's just rap.
Mate, I think that energy is really positive. I agree with you. I think there's with ego comes pride, right? So if somebody's got a big ego, which all the people at the top do, positively and negatively, then there is going to be this hesitant of wanting to go toe to toe with somebody who talks a big game as well. But I agree with you. It should happen. There should be this. I think there needs to be more mutual respect within the artists to do that. So to treat it like a respectful challenge rather than a you lost kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why, again, I got that respect for Ren, because he didn't have to. Like, he's bigger than everybody. He's bigger than everybody who told me they were too big to respond. So it's like, okay, like, so now I feel like nobody else has an excuse. Like, I feel like he inadvertently killed that narrative. Like Ren is probably one of the most busiest people right now, and he's down for a challenge. Like, so I don't be feeling like these other people be having these excuses. So that's why I say what I said about Knox. I'm like, hey, like, you rap, I'm sure you're standing next to a microphone 90% of the day. Do something. And that's just how I be feeling.
I like it, man. I like it. I've got one last question, mate. One last question, if you don't mind, and then I'll pass it to you if you have any questions for me. With regards to the Ren diss track, what I'm intrigued about is to understand, where do you think you are going to excel, so that when Ren hears it, he's motivated to reply? Because he said he's going to reply, which I think is fantastic. So with that in mind, what are you going to bring to the table that makes him listen, okay, and go, okay, I've got to actually focus. I've got to try and...
The lyricism. He's going to hear the doubles. He's going to hear the triples. He's going to hear the layers. Like, he's going to hear, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of those, like, okay, yeah, he has to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely one of my favorite tracks lyrically that I've written so far. Like, because it was just a fun thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a chore. It didn't feel like a daunting task or nothing like that. Like, I think the lyricism again. He's gonna hear a couple punchlines and be like, "Ooh, okay," and I'm like, "Yeah,
okay." Well, mate, I'm gonna look forward to hearing it. When are you releasing it?
I'm shooting for tomorrow, actually.
Okay, awesome.
Saturday.
Mate, do you want to send it over to me, man? I'll play it on the show. We'll have a listen.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll do that.
Cool, man. That sounds great. Did you have any questions from my side, that's all? Don't have to.
Did you ever actually listen to the whole DISS?
I didn't, but what I promise you I will do now is I will listen to the whole DISS, because it probably wasn't fair of me to only listen to the first 30 seconds, and there probably was a lot more content. Well, there was a lot more context to it, but again, my initial perspective was very limited. So I wanted to have a bit of fun with the limited information I had, get more information from you, and then we'll have a little bit more fun now and kind of go from there, really. Does that sound okay with you?
Yeah, I'm with it.
Cool, man. Dude, King Dotter, I appreciate your time, brother. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your maturity, mate. And hopefully we'll have a catch up soon and do this again.
Yes, sir. Mate, appreciate you for having me on the show, man.
Thank you, man. Where can people reach you? What's your Instagram? What's your Twitter?
Dada is King on everything except for Twitter. Then that's King is Dada.
My man.
And yeah, you can reach me on anything. I talk back to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you find my personal Facebook page, talk to you on there. Like, I'm not hard to reach. I like to be with the people.
Mate, I love that. I love that energy. I'd love to see that more in your persona online as well, mate, just as a parting gift. Mate, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you soon. Peace and love.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Well, that went 100 times better. That went 100 times better. Appreciate you, Dotter, mate. Appreciate your time. I really enjoyed that chat. Right, gang, I'm going to get a track on. I'm going to read the comments, and then we'll go from there.
Did you like that clip? It was a banger, wasn't it? Now make sure you check out this reaction and also this reaction, because you're going to love those as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe.